atop ancient sand dunes that harbor life found nowhere else, amidst dwindling orange groves and between the pressures of the coast, where the crickets still sing and the hills are full of billies. You are Livin on the Ridge, a variety show that celebrates the heritage of Highlands County, Florida, with news, events, sports, food, arts, and history. We serve up the good, the bad, and the weird. Livin on the Ridge, putting the culture in agriculture.
All right, thank you. Well, my name is Herbert Sykes. I am the minister of the Carolina Avenue Church of Christ in Avon Park, Florida, and we have resided here in the area for the past 18 years. But we kind of grew up here because I did, and my family, we were agriculture family, farm workers, and so I'm an agriculture baby. I live to see plants come to life and fruit come alive on the plant, whether they be strawberries, green peppers, or oranges. And this time of year is very beautiful to me when I see the cold kiss the trees, the oranges, and they're green, but when that cold kiss them, now they become vivid. That's when they want to shine and show themselves, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's harvest time. But this is my wife, Bonita. I let her introduce herself.
Hello everyone, my name is Bonita Sykes, and I am the minister's wife of the Carolina Avenue Church of Christ. And also I am a member of the Highland County School Board as a substitute teacher. And it has been a great joy and pleasure being here in the Highlands County and growing with the community and the church here in Avon Park.
That was very nice. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, see, I would have messed it all up.
You would have
I said Bonita, she said Bonita.
Is that near Bonita Springs?
Well, because of my mother, her siblings all have Spanish names, so they also gave us, her kids, Spanish names also. So that's how I get Bonita, the Spanish version of pretty or beautiful. So
Bella Vista.
yeah. So yes,
Well,
but
that turned out all right.
I
Okay.
answer to
Beautiful
anything.
Yeah, that's not
Bella
lying. She
Vista.
ain't lying.
Yes, I answer to every and anything, because I had one friend could not say Bonita, so he started calling me Bolita.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I adopted that too, but no.
Better than Lolita.
That I take.
Calvin.
That I take.
Calvin. He likes to call me Yeah.
I do not. I did that on purpose.
Oh, okay.
I went to school with a Kelvin.
I
man.
thought it was dementia. Because, oh, well, no. All right.
All I know is
I should be so lucky.
you can call me anything but late to shopping and eating. So, hey, long as you do not call me late for neither one of those, you can call me whatever you want to call me.
You're Pastor Sykes to me.
So, Bonita, I would like to ask you about the Family Fun Day that we were at last week and what you thought about the turnout and the youth enjoying themselves and getting some good news out of that area.
Well, it was a great joy, and I think we had a little bit more than what we really was anticipating to be there, especially on a Sunday evening. It was one of the best event that we have had. I cannot wait for us to do it again. Hopefully, along with our back to school program that we, the Carolina Avenue Church of Christ, sponsors, and hopefully we can sponsor with others. That was the best event, and if you missed it, you missed a treat. I had kids that came up to me and said, "Thank you for letting us use our parking lot." And I even had other young people coming and saying, "Thank you for allowing this program to be on the South Side, and it was free. And they was like, it's free? It's free? What? No charge? And it was the best. It was the best.
Even the snow cones, right?
I snuck 2 of them.
I think you earned it. You know,
Definitely. Yes.
adults, like, come on. You know, you get to a certain age where you're a little bit entitled. It's okay. You put up with a lot. All right. This is why old people are cranky. I'm getting there. I've been cranky. I'm sorry. I've been cranky for a long time. We had to put up with so much stuff.
But you're not old yet.
Oh my gosh.
You're still young.
Tell my knees.
Tell your knees. I thought you said your niece. What you said, your knees?
Knees.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, hopefully they're hurting because you're always on them saying your prayers as for success. So
that guy?
so hopefully that is the reason why your knees are
He's on
bothering
his knees
you.
saying his prayers.
She has metaphors for everything, I bet.
Well,
Being a school teacher, I bet she has a lesson and a teachable moment.
oh, she has some
Really?
stories.
Wait, did you have a catalog? You have a little Rolodex in your head that you go through?
Well, as I had told Kevin, I am triple trouble. I am a product of a grandfather that is a minister. I had a father before he passed was a minister, and now I'm married to one.
Wow.
So, yes, I am that PK child that did a lot of stuff. I tell everyone, I have not always been a minister's wife. I was a grandchild and a child of a minister. So, you know what they say about ministers'
It's sneaky.
kids.
Yeah, y'all very sneaky.
Well, we have to be because y'all kind of look for us to do that kind of thing.
Yeah, you had high expectations. I understand.
Yeah.
I was blessed to get her.
You was blessed.
Yeah,
Oh, wait a minute.
I was blessed to get her because I was just a little country bumpkin, and I didn't know about big city living until I met her. She taught me about what it means to have big city living. Big city living.
Yeah,
You
right.
got all the stores.
What big
and-
city?
Yeah, you got the movie houses and all those things.
What?
Avon Park.
What?
Avon
Bartow?
Park? Avon Park
What's
full
the
of
big
big city
city
living?
here? Avon Park is the big city or Frostproof? Don't tell me Loretta.
Actually,
Business.
my parents was in Haines City.
Oh,
Yeah.
Haines City. Oh
So,
my God.
Yes. So, you know.
How many skyscrapers they have over there?
Well, we have 2.
The police
No,
department.
The police department
that's
and the
one of the
college.
skyscrapers.
She was in Miami.
And yes, I did grow up mostly in Miami.
Oh, okay. That's a city.
But
There you go.
but
That's a real city.
yes, but unfortunately, I had to move back to Haines City, which was a big bummer. But
I'll bet. What age?
I'm-
If you were a teenager, oh my God.
well, I moved to Miami at the age of 10,
Wow.
and I had to move back at the age of 13, where I met this young man,
Oh,
Yeah.
and
I fell over the dad first.
Oh, okay.
yes, he did fall in love, but I made it hard for him. I made it.
You gotta work for that.
He had to
Otherwise,
work. He had to
He
work.
won't appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Well, she told me I kind of did it wrong because I fell in love with her dad first. As a young kid, you're always looking for role models.
Okay.
And
Not me, but I understand.
this man came from Texas, and he had a challenge, and to put meat on his challenge, they had sold their home out there, and this is in the early '70s, and he brought a challenge, and he said to us young people that if any young person could basically prove that we were faithful like the children of the Bible, he had $5,000. It's yours for the taking. None of us could rise to that level. We could, nobody could rise to the level
Wow.
of being a Nehemiah,
Okay. Yeah.
Daniel. What is your Daniel testimony? What is your Nehemiah testimony? I don't got one, but I want the money. And so the money, I think he gave us an impossible challenge.
Yes.
But he woke us up because it showed us that you have to participate in life in order to reap benefits from life. And I think that was the greatest challenge that he brought to our minds. And from that, it created that momentum. You know, I want to do something with my life. And after a while, you know, the small towns started looking too small. And she was telling me about that, but like I said, she was telling me about all that big city living, you know. And I'm like, boy, I like to see the skyscrapers. I like the boulevard. When she talked about, I was like, a boulevard that's lit up all night long, and traffic on the boulevard, and you got all these different restaurants on the boulevard. And I'm like, wow, I live in a little town and we still got a Piggly Wiggly. You know, you know.
Wow.
So you know,
How many movie theaters back then?
In my little town, we had one, and it wasn't in our town. We had to go to the neighboring town, to Winter Haven, to get to a movie theater. So that it was a treat if you got to go. It was a real treat.
This was Haines City?
No, Winter Haven, and also Winter Haven also had a drive-in theater back in the day.
Yep.
And we would load up, and sometimes I think it must be at least 15, 20 of us in one car to go to the drive-in.
One charge.
Yeah, the drive-in. And we would lay on the hood of the car and listen to watch the movie. Yeah, I'm dating myself.
Those were fun. We talk about nostalgic things, and there's a lot I don't miss about the past, but drive-ins were fun. We knew it at the time. It was fun.
Yeah.
You took your dates there, you snuck in the car trunk, you brought your own food.
Yeah, it had to be like 10 of us. My auntie took us to a drive-in, and we was all in the trunk, all in the back, just to see the Gremlins.
Oh my gosh. And those speakers, they can't make speakers like that. They were indestructible. They were out there on all weather, and they were terrible, but they were indestructible. I bet we couldn't make a speaker like that now.
Yeah, they had. Yeah, you're right. They had tremendous engineering during that age.
Yeah.
You know,
They're metal.
yeah. I think they built things like that back then for durability, because as we was kids growing up, we was hard on everything. And I remember my parents bought their first GE refrigerator. We put that refrigerator door to the challenge. I think it was open when it was closed. And I said, if I had the wisdom as a kid to understand marketing, I would have invested in GE and all those those great engineering feats that men had begun to acquire, new things they were bringing to market. Who would ever thought? And I think when I came of age to think of having something, they had just came out with the desktop computer. And and I'm like, oh wow, this is the best thing since the spacecraft, you know. And going into space, we could actually have a computer, even though it didn't do much, because it was such thing as the internet. I tell my granddaughter, she say, there wasn't always an internet. I'm like, really? It's like they're so oblivious to it all, you know.
We were there when fax machines came and went.
Yeah. And I tell her about my beeper. She said, what in the world is a beeper and what does it do?
I never had a beeper.
You never had a beeper?
No, I wasn't. No, you didn't have to get in touch with me. Nothing I did was urgent.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah, my mama's beeper was going on the front porch and you just yelled down the road for us to get in the house. That was her beeper.
Oh, well. My parents checked out.
Don't let that street light catch you outside. If you come in here with that street light on, buddy, you're gonna get it.
That was it.
So we was in a race with the street light.
Or you had to be close enough to hear your dad whistle.
There you go.
And you had to know it was his whistle, like you're some herd of some buffalo or something. Oh yeah, that's his special tone. Like you could check it out.
Well, my era wasn't that bad.
Yeah, we know. I saw your eyebrows raised when you talked about home computer. I thought that was the law that every house had to have one.
Oh yeah.
No, sir. They were bulky, expensive, loud. I lost so many things. I still lose data, but oh my gosh, back then. And then you had the dot matrix printer. With the continuous paper. And that's where you actually could plug and unplug something and it would work.
Yeah, I was introduced to that when I went in the military. Now working in management in the military, and they had the like you say, the printer would go, I'm like, my God, what is that thing? And like I say, endless paper coming out, reports forever. Like, so this is what they expected us, constantly dumping in data.
And speaking of the military, I heard you was in the Navy.
Yes, I was a squid.
No, you wasn't a squid. I heard you was connected to the White House.
Yeah.
See, I got inside.
Craziest thing ever. I went in to study HVACs, and Coca-Cola had came to Florida in the early 70s, and they had a huge HVAC system, but there was no training in Florida for that. You had to go up to places like Ohio, Pittsburgh, places like that to get that kind of training. And these guys was coming out of the north, and they was paid unimaginable money. Now this is in the 70s when the minimum wage was $2.15. And these guys are paying $32, $64 an hour to work on these huge HVAC systems. I said, that's where I want to go. And so I went into Uncle Sam's military. I said, I want to go in the military that can teach me this. They said, well, the Navy's where you want to be. They got everything. So I went in and became an engineman. And being a little Southern boy, every Southern boy, mama teach them how to cook. And I found myself on the ship, and they lost all their cooks. And the ship had to get underway.
How did they lose their poison?
Yeah, they were these Filipino guys. They had a party. They were eating these things called balut. I don't know if you heard of balut. It's an egg that they let ferment in the lava sand, and they got salmonella poison.
Oh boy!
So the ship can't get underway without cooks. So the guy said, "Oh yeah, go down there and get Petty Officer Sykes. He know how to cook. He cooks for us every weekend." And so they sent me up to the captain. The captain said, "Go to the galley." I'm like, "What for?" I did my time in the galley. He said, "Oh no, not like that. You're a cook." I said, "No, I'm not." he said, "Mister, you serve at the pleasure of your government. Now go to the galley." I'm like, I was so angry. I didn't want anything to do with that. And so I went to the galley, and it was in Norfolk, Virginia, and we had a bad blizzard there, so everything got frozen in. So they was like, "What do we do with the personnel?" So they packed me up and sent me off to culinary art school, because since they had the time. So they sent me up to Johnson's Wells in Providence, Rhode Island.
Oh my goodness!
Look at that!
And then they forgot about me. They left me there for 3 years.
What? Wait a minute. Okay.
So I'm set. I'm out here with all these different chefs, and they sending me here and there, all these arenas and events. I met President Reagan. I met all of these celebrities, Ernest Schwarzenegger, all these, Dolly Parton, Ava Gabor.
Yeah, and the casino guy.
Merv
Griffin.
Merv Griffin.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so afterward, what happened? Merv Griffin invited us all to his casino in the Bahamas. And so when I got to casinos in the Bahamas, Merv Griffin tried to recruit me and get me out. And during that time, Daddy Bush was there. And they said, "Oh, he's not going anywhere. He's the property of the United States government." I'm like, "I'm nobody's property." 2 weeks later, I get orders to the White House to work for the Bushes. And it turned out to be a fabulous experience. The Bushes were very down-home people.
Okay.
And very easy to get along. Wonderful people to be around. And I enjoyed it. But when their time was up, I got to meet the Iron Lady, Miss Hillary Clinton. In the South, we have a saying that didn't play the radio.
She didn't play radio?
She didn't play the radio.
Wow.
She was very strict, and she meant that we could not give the president any fried foods, and he loved his fried chicken, and he loved his hamburgers too. And so, but don't feed the president. Basically, that's what she was saying. Like, don't feed the bear. No, don't feed the president.
Okay.
And so she had left one weekend, and they said, "Fellows, y'all wanna just go out and get something to eat? We don't want to have to cook." And I said, "Oh, that sounds good." So he comes off with his cut off T-shirt, this alma mater shirt on, and he's got a saxophone. And we're sitting down in the food service, and he playing the saxophone, and we really get to talk to the man. I had no idea that he had an extensive background like he had. I just thought, he was the governor of Arkansas, got lucky to become the president. He was a Rhodes Scholar. He done all these things, you know, and he was very approachable kind of character. And when let his hair down, very easy man. But that's not the image that she wanted for him. She wanted him to be a very stately kind of person.
Okay, gotcha.
And so, but that really wasn't him.
No, he was.
So he get to know a side of people, you know, just by being there. And I found out that food had a way to bring any and everybody together. I don't care what's going on. If you're angry, if you're happy, food is a medium that makes peace possible and pleasantry possible. Mm-hmm. Now, the key is that once you get there around the food, maintain it is another question. But it draws you to the table.
Yes, man.
But once you're there, you got to be able to, you know, navigate that table. And it was always interested in seeing that. So that was a wonderful experience in my life to be up there. And me, because I'm a country boy, it never dawned.
You're in the city now.
Yeah, it dawned on me the magnitude of power that I was among. I never thought about the power.
The power that you had, though.
I didn't see myself having any power. Remember,
you was a drawer.
Remember, I was the property of the United States government.
So you worked at the White House?
Yes.
What was your position?
Cook.
I was one of the cooks.
The
that
head,
was on the shelf.
The head chef.
Not the head chef.
Yes,
I was out.
He's downplaying it.
You went to Johnson and Wales?
Yeah.
You got the credentials?
Yeah. But I always, I don't know why, I've always been a person that lifts other people up. I don't have to shine. I want other people to shine. I want them, when I see people that have potential, I like to get them out there and say, now, you got it. I'm a cheerleader.
Okay.
And if I tell y'all this and you tell anybody, I'll shoot you, okay?
Uh-oh.
I was the first male cheerleader at high school level in the state of Florida ever.
What?
Yeah.
He was.
All because I was being a real jerk. My sisters went out for cheerleading, and I went out and I wouldn't leave the girls alone. In those days, I don't believe it now, but in those days I was very agile, could do everything. Standing flips, we could do it all. And they were out there and they were so into it. I'm like, girl, it's so easy. Just do it like this. Make him leave us alone. He's making us nervous, you know. And I'm out there just having myself a ball seeing them.
You're the younger brother.
Yeah, I'm out there having a ball just seeing how they just frailing and they're all stressing out because they're serious. These girls are serious about being cheerleaders. Mm-hmm. And I'm just out there mocking them and just messing with them. And so somebody went and told the principal on me. And the principal came and got me and said, Mister, I'm expelling you for a whole week. And so when my mother found out, she said, oh no, you're not staying home. So guess what? The next day she packs me up, come to the school. He is not staying in my house alone. Because she knew I was a character. And he said, well, Miss Sykes, we got to come to some kind of reasonable, you know, the situation. She said, well, what was he doing? He said he was agitating the girls, cheering. And he was just making a menace of himself. She said, make him one.
Oh,
make him what?
Make him one.
And she said, make him one. And the principal said, that's a novel idea. I said, no. Can you imagine what all the guys are going to say? If how are you going to explain this to your buddies?
Yeah.
You out there with the cheerleaders. How do you express that now?
Did you have to shave your legs?
Luckily, no. And I didn't have to wear a skirt. I didn't have to wear a skirt. They gave me, they made a little suit for me to wear. And because like I said,
wait, how little?
Did you hear what he just said?
Because I'm from the 80s. We wore booty shorts and crop tops. We did.
But you see what he created? Now it's male cheerleaders everywhere.
It is.
All because it's the movie.
Yeah, and I didn't realize
make a movie.
I didn't realize what I had started.
He's the instigator.
We went to Miami, and all these guys were, you know, hey dude. I'm like, I thought they was gonna do something to me, you know. What are you doing out of those girls, you know? Hey, how did you get to be a cheerleader, man? That's the coolest. I'm like, what?
Well, you get the whole.
I got all the pretty girls.
First of all, you got to be annoying, and then you got to bug your older sister.
Yeah, yeah.
That was your path.
Yeah, I just fell into it, and I ended up in that. It was weird because, like I said, I was very agile and very rhythmatic, and that was during the time of Star Wars and all this here, and so Disney World had a light show, and so for our homecoming, my sister made me a uniform that lit up. You see the Running Man. You see the movie The Running Man, and the guy that lights up all the bulbs all over. That was me. I was lit up. They would turn the lights out on the field, and the band is playing, and I was the entertainment, and people were going crazy. So they sent me to Disney, right? And I'm at Disney doing all this stuff, and then during the Cherry Blossom Parade, they sent us. Our whole band went to D.C. and we got to entertain the president and Congress.
Look at that, man.
And I'm like, I'm just falling into places that I don't know how.
Everything connected to the president.
Yeah.
I think you know how.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, man.
I'm sure it's innocent, but you're like the Forrest Gump of these encounters. In a good way. You're the smart, athletic. Well, he was athletic.
Yeah.
But I meant that as a term of endearment.
Yeah.
Yes.
All these random things happen to you.
Oh yeah. And
Wait, you invented Velcro too? I understand. Or,
I wish I had.
and you're coming up with a new color.
Yeah. My major problem was, like I said, being a country boy in the midst of these high elitists, I only knew simple language. Okay. I didn't know these $65 million words they were using, and they were talking to me. I'm like, didn't hit that of a car. And one of them asked me, said, have you ever thought about being a choreographer? I'm like,
wow.
What is that? They said, I say, and it was, oh yeah, I know how to dance. I said, well, yeah. That's the person that orchestrate dance. You ever thought about being? I never crossed my mind. And so for a little while, for 6 months, I did it. Went to New York, and part of a basic entertainment company. And
Bonita,
couldn't take it.
You can confirm all this?
Yeah, I couldn't take it.
Actually,
here's the rebuttal.
Actually, it is all true. But the biggest thing of it is that now when I met him back in '83, Herbert had this big old humongous afro. If you braid his hair down, one braid would come below his chest. He had,
wow.
Yes, the afro, it was so big that on his graduation, you couldn't pack it all down. And at the time, he wasn't really dating.
Don't you laugh.
But
he has a little head in the picture, right? So they can get all the hair.
And
I had classmates.
So, everyone asked me, how did I get with him? And it's kind of really funny now. He was doing all this stuff. He had just came home, and his sister wanted to be in fashion. So she was making all of his clothes.
Okay.
And so she had to do a project for school in making a man's leisure suit. But you got to remember, Herbert comes from a humongous family.
Okay.
It was 17 of them.
17.
9 boys, 8 girls.
Some people say I was fighting for attention.
Wow.
But only 12 actually become adults. So I feel sorry about this, I'm going to tell you, but you can't tell nobody.
All right, listeners, you gotta swear to secrets.
Y'all cannot tell.
Secret.
But
everybody take the oath.
This one here.
Right. We know who you are, all both of you.
Mm-hmm.
So my father was doing, as he was saying, my father was doing a gospel meeting at his congregation. And my cousin and I, we just got back from Texas from a youth conference. My aunt and I was trying to get a boyfriend in every state. So I was boyfriend out. So we sitting in the back of the church, and this guy with this big old afro, and he just got back from DC, and his sister made him a suit that was a hot pink.
It was hot pink. It was lavender.
It was hot pink.
Okay.
He had the butterfly. He had the butterfly. Now remember, he had just gotten back from DC. with the parade. And he had on platform shoes.
Hey man, I like that, man.
And
What year is this?
this is 80.
182s. No, 80.
No, because we got married in 80.
Yeah,
so
80.
this is like 70,
Okay.
78, 79.
Yeah.
Okay.
They disappeared quick. Disco died a quick death. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
not. All of a sudden, we looked around. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
But John Travolta will live forever. John Travolta is the Elvis of our time. You never forget the John Travolta.
That movie.
Yeah.
Staying Alive, yes.
That's it. That's it.
Talking about Fever Saturday Night.
Saturday Night Fever. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Staying Alive was the sequel.
Yeah.
Did you know that? They have a sequel. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But the movie it didn't create the zeitgeist. It was part of it. You know, it rode the tidal wave of that. And the album, you know, I like the Bee Gees. It was good music. I roller discoed
Oh, he did?
to that stuff.
Oh, wow.
There was the Disco Inferno in Fort Myers. And it was I had my leisure suit.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
sister didn't make it. I had an older brother. He wouldn't have made me anything. But we had platform shoes, leisure suits with polyester shirt.
Yeah.
Opened up to the mid chest or
That's it.
whatever.
Oh,
You'd
my.
have to open your cuffs
Yes,
and put them over your.
Yeah, fold them.
Yes, yes. You had to look like you just got through painting or something, but you were in a full suit. And by the way, painter's pants.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And terry cloth
Yeah.
shirts.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Picture a shirt made out of a towel.
Towel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're gonna walk that disco walk, it was
ridiculous.
mandatory. You know, don't go in there. You got to be dressed up, ready to go.
You were. It was soft and pastel-y.
And
Yeah.
you
The
roller
whole-
skated with those?
Not
With
with,
the-
not with, no, the leisure suit.
Oh, the leisure suit. you did.
The painter's pants and the soft colors and, you know, can you imagine doing that today? Terry cloth shirts have never made a comeback, and I know why.
No, they never did.
Because wearing them in August in Florida, it was a ridiculous notion.
Yeah, and I love the lights at the roller skate ring. You know,
I
they had the
love
lights.
the bright lights.
Roller skating is back.
It is.
Not just the inline stuff, but roller skating.
Wow.
Yeah, people about my age they look, and I could never skate like that. You showed me one of an old guy skating.
Yeah.
He sends me Instagram like I'm gonna join.
Hey,
that.
they can outskate some of
Yeah.
the. Yeah.
You know, my mind tells me sometimes, say, well, you can still do that. You can still roller skate. You could, do the backflip.
I think you can.
You know, because we do the line dance roller skater. Remember that? You know?
Yeah.
I was like, can I do? I still got to move. I don't know.
I worry about breaking a hip. That's old. Okay, when you worry about that, you're old.
We need to formulate something for the
What?
community. Skating.
We talked about a skating park on some properties near downtown. We
Yeah.
think that would be.
I like the bright lights. I like the boogie.
On the disco.
Hey Harry, just slap in the back of the neck and high note.
You promised doctor today.
That'll bring it, But
That was- yeah.
you bring, a thing. What we do, we try to bring all those life lived experience. We try to bring them with us. When we look at the community, young people don't know there's a whole world out there to experience, and experience open doors to different opportunities.
Yes, sir.
Things that you haven't planned. You don't even. It's not even consciously in your head, but they will manifest themselves. But I got grandkids, who
you have
love their,
grandkids.
who live the video game systems.
Oh yes.
And they don't go out. They don't experience that part of life. They live behind that screen, and the avatar members are there, and they talking to one another. I'm like, this is not real living. And I'm like, how do you get them to turn that off and tune into real life?
Real life, yes.
And get out. And I think that
That'd be a great avenue, skating.
yeah. And I think having a fun day was an excellent way to get some young people, because once they got out there, boy, they really came alive, didn't they?
Yes.
It was just getting them there.
It was glorious.
Yeah.
We had Vern here, and she talked about how she was playing the Splat Brothers with the youth. And I said, of course you took it easy on them. And she said, oh, absolutely not. Because it's a harmless way to learn about that. You know, when the whistle blows, everybody's over, you know, we shake hands, we're good. And that can be a powerful lesson for those youth, that you can settle things.
Yeah.
Without taking drastic measures. You know, there's ways to do it.
Yeah.
Have a skate off, roller disc skate off.
Yeah, that's what we did. You know, we would, especially in the 70s, we had recreation centers, and if we were beefing with another town, they would bring their dancing group, and we'd bring our dancing group, and we'd get out there on the dance floor.
We did that,
right?
You know,
and that's how we settled the score. You know, and in the process, we became friends.
There you go, man.
You know, and you were able to grow with other people and grow a bigger community, if you will. And that was a pretty neat experience. And that's, like I said, when I met my wife, when I saw her, and I was coming down the aisle, and I had to, like I say, I had a little bit of talent there. I was a song leader.
Oh, there you
for
go.
the congregation. And I got down there, got ready to lead songs, and I saw
now you're
her.
going to say you were at Carnegie Hall.
Yeah.
Right?
I got ready to lead songs,
Yeah.
and I looked at her, and I forgot the song. And I'm standing there before the whole congregation. The songbook is open in my hand, and I'm looking at her, and I forgot the song. And everybody's looking at me, and I'm like, oh, okay.
And she's like, "That's it. I married you for your voice."
No.
So.
Oh, she repelled me. When I saw, I said, "Oh, I tell you what, you're going to be my wife." And she had some very, very coarse remark for me. I don't know if it's allowed for radio.
Oh,
She's
you're
right
swinging
here.
over there. Julie Zerber style.
There's a rebuttal.
Well, I'll just tell you this. Hell has frozen over and donkey's been flying for 45 years. I told him, yes, when hell freezes over and donkeys fly, when I marry you.
Yeah.
Remember, I told you that my aunts and cousins and I had just gotten back from a youth conference, and this youth conference is Churches of Christ all over the world. So my aunt and I was trying to get a boyfriend in every state.
Wow.
How'd that work? How many states?
Well,
Huh?
I only made it to, I think, 15 states, but
That's a rock star lifestyle, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
I think I got 15 different.
Was Minnesota one of them?
No.
Basketball player.
No, Minnesota wasn't one of them. Most of them was in the South.
Was one of them Wilt Chamberlain?
Knocking them
How do
off.
I wish?
Did you know about Wilt Chamberlain?
He had a lot of them, like thousands.
He claimed he had thousands.
But yeah,
I think I was one.
I'm scared.
I mean, the odds are.
Yeah.
All right, continue.
but the thing of it is, he did somehow, some way, he did win my heart over. Don't know why, because actually I had a crush on his cousin, which I did not know that he was his cousin. So
It's in the South.
now remember,
in the
I
South.
keep telling y'all, I am a preacher's child.
Right.
So, but no.
You could have escaped, you know?
And I did.
Run
I
away.
made the
Run
best.
away.
I made the best choice in the world.
That's right.
Herbert did you have pastors in your family background as well?
No, we had leading deacons.
Okay.
Had head deacons in my family. They're like next to the preachers, the reverends.
That's right.
And they carried a lot of power in the Baptist church. So
They did.
they were the foundations of the family. So you didn't buck them.
Right. They had the power to move the preacher out.
Oh,
too.
yeah. Oh,
They
yeah.
come together and say, "Hey, we want him out."
Yeah, he had to go.
He had to go.
And the way I came to meet her, I ran into some of the young guys that went to that congregation. I was at the Baptist church, and I met some guys from the congregation, and we started hanging out and playing basketball together. And may not end up watching them play basketball because I was short. Until when they said short men can't jump, until I saw Spud Webb, I was believing that, you know. Then Spud Webb came along and said, "Hey, he dispelled all that."
Sure did.
Yeah. So
He did that.
But that's what Will Smith said, on the playground where I spend most of my days. so we spent a lot of time out there playing, and so we became very much associated with each other. So I joined them at their congregation, and I grew up, and they had some very strict teachers there, and I learned a lot.